Welcome to our second video on angles. In the first video, we were looking at finding missing angles at a point on a straight line, finding missing angles at a point, around a point, and finding missing angles when a right angle is being formed. Okay. What we're going to do today is to do the same things, but actually to do more of solving equations. You know, they will always put algebra together with angle questions where you have to form an equation and then you have to solve it. So looking at example 2 here, if you want to pause the video and try finding what angle A is. If you look at this, they say that they wanted to find angle A, which is basically that, find angle A, if that's 2A, that's A, and that's 4, then that's 80. They would like you to find angle A. So I'm going to pause the video and just try that quickly before I go over it. Okay, hope you've tried it. So I'm just going to go through it quickly. So the first thing you need to notice that this is a point and there are angles that are just basically making a circle around it. The first is A, so if I put A down. The second one is 2A, so always start with the letters first. The third one is 80 degrees, and the fourth one is 40 degrees. And don't forget this 90 degrees that is there. Okay, it's very easy to forget that. Now, when you add all this together, they make 360 because angles at a point, round a point, will always make 360. Okay. The next thing now you need to do is to collect the like terms. You do the A plus 2A, which is going to be 3A. And then you got the 80 plus 40, which is 120, plus 90, which is basically going to be 210 degrees. Okay. Now that should be 360. Okay. Now the next thing now I need to do is to do the opposite with this 210. So this is being added, so therefore you're going to need to take it away. So 210 you take away, but you got to do both sides to balance it. Okay. Now this 3A is still there on this side. However, this now becomes 0. And on that side, I now have 360 take away 210, which is basically going to be 150. Okay. So 3A is 150. If you want to write it a bit closer, you can say that's 3A there is equals to 150. Now to find what 1A is, you're going to need to split the 150 between 3. So you're going to have A equals to 150 divided by 3. Okay, so 150 share into 3, that becomes 50 degrees. Okay. So this angle here is going to be 50 degrees. And if this is 50 degrees, then that's going to be double. So it's going to be 100 degrees. Okay, so that's how to do that. So form an equation and then solve. Right, pause the video and have a go at question 1, please. Okay, hope you've tried that. Right, so what I'm going to do now quickly, I'm going to do question F for you here. Question F for you. Now, so the first you need to know is that basically this is a point and there are angles around it, which makes 360. So if I start, I've got F here, I've got 2F, I've got 2F. You just basically add them up. Just basically add them up. Now, when you do that, you're going to end up with 360. So you form an equation. They must add up to 360 because of the circle that you can see. So I've got 1F plus 2F becomes 5F altogether. Okay. So that's going to be 5F. Now, what I want to do now is to find what F is. To find what 1F is, what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to share this 360. You share between 5. Okay, so that's going to be 360. You share into 5. Okay, so that is going to be that's going to be 18 degrees. But that's going to be double. It's going to be 72 degrees, not 18. Okay. That's going to be 72 degrees. Now, if you're stuck with that and you're not allowed a calculator in the exam, you can basically just quickly do the division methods. I've got 360 there, and you want to divide by 5. So 5 goes into 3 card, so that's going to be 0, but 5 can go into 36, and that's going to be 7 times, which gives me 34, so the remainder is 1, and 5 goes into 10 twice, so the answer is 72 degrees. So 1F is 72 degrees. Okay? So it's the same principle. Form an equation and say what they add up to. For example, in the first one here, these 3 angles will add up to 180. These 3 B's will add up to 180. So as long as you know what they add up to, form an equation and just basically solve that equation. Okay, so if you find that in the test, that's how to do it. Okay, so you're gonna pause the video and then just basically mark your work. So pause the video and just basically mark your work quickly. Okay, hope you did well on that. Let's move on to the next part. I would like you to do question 2, which is a typical one they could ask you in exam. They will give you a paragraph with all information and they'll ask you to find the missing angle. So pause the video and try this one. Okay, so they say using the diagram on the right, state whether the following are true or false. So give a reason for your answer in each case. Okay, so we're gonna need to go over this. If I just display the answer so you can go over them quickly. He says that angle line EB is a straight line. So from E all the way to B. So this is a straight line. Now the diagram is not drawn accurately, so you might not know. So what you need to do, you need to do some calculations to support this. Okay. Now here they say that angle EOB, so this angle EOB, in other words, the whole of this angle here at the bottom. So basically the whole of that. Okay. So that's the angle they're talking about. So if I was to color it in, that's the angle they're talking about. So the whole of that angle there should be 180. Now, how did they know that? You got to add this one, you got to add that, and you got to add that. If they add up to 180, then you know it's a straight line because EOB looks like a straight line. And the angles at a point in a straight line should always add up to 180. So EOB, that angle there, is basically 180 because by adding these three angles you get is 180. So therefore the line is a straight line. Okay. Now OA is perpendicular to OE. So line OA, so line O, the middle to A there is perpendicular to OE. Okay. So they are saying that this, so they are basically saying that this is a right angle. So that 25 plus P altogether, they are saying that that's a right angle. That's what they are saying here. So we need to prove it. Says EOB is a straight line and angle OAB is 90. So angle AOE is 92. Okay. Now, one thing we know is that this angle here, this is 90. If this is 90, and we know that line EB is a straight line, so that means that this other side must also be 90 degrees. So 25 degrees plus P must be 90 as well. Why? Because there is 90 degrees already this side. And another thing, this line here, EOB makes a straight line. So that is true. That's correct. Now, so that's how to reason like this. So what I want you to do, if you just look at C and look at the reasoning they put down there, and also look at question D and just look at the reason they put there, and just to try to follow that with your working out. Okay, hope you're happy with that. Now moving on to the next part, I would like you to pause the video again and try question 3, please. Pause the video and try question 3. Okay, hope you tried this. So I'm just going to do question C for you. Now with question C, I can see a right angle. I can see a straight line here. So these angles at the bottom, they should add up to 180. Okay, so this one plus that one should add up to 180. So all I need to do is to write them down. So I've got C plus 27 plus the C in the middle. So this plus that plus the other C. But this time I don't have add 12. I don't have a positive number. I've got a negative which they're taking away. So if you take away there, altogether I need to have 360. Okay, no, not 360, 180 because it's a straight line. Sorry about that. So that's going to be 180 degrees. Okay. Now, when you get a question like this, what you need to do first of all is to identify the terms you have. Okay, so you have to identify the terms, the like terms. Here, I've got two terms. I've got C's and I've got the numbers. I've got C here and another C there and another C there, which if we add together becomes 3C. So I'm simplifying that. The other terms I have are numbers. So 27 here and take away 12 here. So you're going to need to do 27 because it's positive. So it's 27 minus 12, and that's going to be 15. But it's positive, so that plus. Okay. Now, when you simplify the left-hand side, that should equal the right-hand side, which is still 180. Then when you get here, you do the very same thing we've been doing. You do the opposite. To find C, you must do the opposite. The opposite with this side, I've got 15 being added, so you need to take away that. Then I've got 3 being times by C, you need to divide. So let's take away 15 first, both sides. So take away 15 there and take away 15 there. Okay, this is 3C, so like 3C there. This is 15 take away 15, which is gone. On the other side, I've got 180 take away 15, which is basically 165. Okay. Now, to find what 1C is, I will need to share out 165 divided by 3, which you should be able to do using division. So I've got 3 there, and I've got 165 inside. Let's start. 3 cannot go into 1, but 3 can go into 16. 3 goes into 16, 5, which is 15. So we've got 1 to make 16, so that's the remainder, which is basically 1. Okay, so 3 into 15 goes 5. So the answer is basically going to be 55 degrees. So that is the answer to that. Okay. So that's how to do that. And you do the very same thing here. You do the very same thing here. Forming equations and then solving them. Okay. So if you just want to pause the video and go over this. So pause the video and go over your work, please. Okay. What I'm just going to say with question D is here that if you have 10 here, they're adding the 10. But if you got here 40, they're taking away the 40. So you have to remember, when you're doing 10, you're going to do 10 plus 90 minus 40 when you're simplifying that. So I've just been pointing that in case you didn't get D right. Okay. Right, so try question 4 quickly. Try question 4. Okay, so question 4 it says, explain why the line A or B on the right cannot be a straight line. Now, to prove that something is a straight line, the angles at a point there must add up to what? To 180. They cannot be more, they cannot be less. So all you need to do here is to just add 59 plus 55 plus 58 and see where there's 180. If it's not, then this OAB is not a straight line. That's something that's quite easy to do. Right, question 5, it says, given that x is 40, find the size of the three angles involving x in the diagram. Then find the value of m. Okay, so m is this other side. We've been told that x is 40 degrees. So all you need to do now is to find what these angles are. Right, so with this angle here, this is 40, that's 40 degrees. So that's 40, then plus 30, that's going to be 70. So I've got 70 degrees as my first angle. Now this x here, they said is 40 degrees, so that's going to be 40. And then this x is 40, so I do 40, take away 10, which is going to be 30. So what you're doing here is basically substitution. You're just putting 40 where x is. Okay. Now, to find what m is, I need to add everything. So m plus the 70 plus the 40 plus the 30 equals to 360 because they are angled a point around a point. So I've got m there, and this is 70 plus 40 plus 30, which is going to be 140. And that's equals to 360. Okay, now to find m, all you need to do is to do the opposite. So you do 360 take away 140. So you do 360 take away 140. Just do the opposite with that. And there's so many ways of doing that. Okay, and the answer here is going to be 220 degrees. So m is 220. And indeed, it looks like a reflex angle. So that is correct. Okay. Right, so pause the video, and if you just want to mark your work quickly, the answer to question 4 is there. But question 5, actually, even if there's no answer, we just done that now for you. Okay, we just done that for you. Okay, right. So hope you're done on that. Just again, as a reminder, again, what I do and what I am. I'm a qualified math and science teacher from the University of Brighton. I've got a degree from the University of Reading and another degree from the University of Nairobi. Currently, I teach in a UK school, I also do tutoring face to face, and I also do tutoring via Skype online for those students who are far from me and who need tuition. In terms of subjects, I do 11 plus lessons, I do GCSE lessons, I do IGCSE lessons, I do A-level lessons for every year group. Okay, so if you just want, you just give me a call or just send me an email, and then I can see whether I can help you or not. I tend to be oversubscribed for face to face, so I can't guarantee that, but usually have few spaces for online tutoring via Skype. So all you need to do, send me an email, and then I'll be able to respond. Okay. Thanking you again for those who have been contributing to this project. I really appreciate your donation that you've been sending to my account. I'm really, really thankful, and it encourages me to go and do more and more of these videos. We're doing videos for 11 plus. We're doing videos for science. We're doing videos for maths. We're doing videos for A-level stuff, and more are on the way. So all you need to do is basically support us with making these videos. It takes a lot of time to do them. It takes a lot of resources to do them, but your donation has been so helpful. So those that have not donated, just to encourage you again to donate monthly, donate weekly, donate one off, any amount that you really wish. Now my account details are over there in the yellow for you. That's all you need to do, or online transfer, or all you need to do when you want to go to a NatWest branch near you. Those that are watching these videos from abroad, in China, in South Africa, in Italy, anywhere where you're trying to follow the British curriculum and you want these videos, all you need to do is just to donate to us through those account details internationally. Okay. If you're a student who is watching this and you can't donate, all you need to do, talk to your mom or talk to your dad, tell them how these videos are useful. We're offering them for free. We don't want to start charging them. However, we would rely on your donation to be able to carry on with the project. So we're just so grateful, and we hope that you're going to be able to contribute to us. Once you've done that, I'll be so grateful if you can just send an email so then I can thank you in a special way. Okay. I will use your donation to buy the necessary software and resources needed to make these videos, to upgrade the software so then the videos are high quality. And I will also invest more time into just doing more and more videos with everything that I can do just to help you do well in your exam that is coming. Okay, and I promise to keep the videos free, not to ask you to subscribe. All we need to do is just to donate so then the videos will be up and running. Thank you so much.